So, Annabelle, tell me a bit where you're from, what's your age, what are you working on?
So, as you know, my name's Annabelle. I'm from Australia and I was born in Sydney. I'm actually 18 and I just graduated like about a week ago. So, currently I'm still doing my tests, which is a little bit hectic, but I'm a momentum trader. So, that basically means I analyze the market and take my trades based on human behavior. So, my main focus is looking at the charts and working out who is in control. And part of my strategy is I don't take trades every night. I just sit on my hands unless I know who is in control. I'm also love calisthenics. I heard some of the boys were talking about it on their last interviews. Yeah, but I don't know, something about that, it just requires a lot of discipline because it's like levels to it. You unlock a skill. You can't just skip to skill 8. You have to start at level 1 and then the excitement of unlocking the next skill, it's amazing.
Nice. So walk me back to when you got started. How was that? What were you thinking?
So, well, honestly, for me, I have always been, like growing up, my parents were always into like sales. Like my mum does high ticket sales and my dad, he's a lighting designer and he's had like his own like Shopify shops before. So my parents were always very supportive of the path I was going to choose. And when I was growing up, like probably around the age 15, no, not 15, when I was like 6, I decided to open my own like little store. So I was obsessed. I was one of the kids who was obsessed with slime. Like I would just go and buy glue all the time and stuff. So I decided to start a little business. So I would go to school and I had a little notebook and I went up to all my friends and everyone was like, so does anyone want some slime? And I would write down like the ingredients that they wanted. And I was making like 200 a week. And that was like 6, 7.
Nice.
So I was always like on that path. And then probably around when I was a little bit older, maybe like 13, I started seeing all the videos on social media, which I'm sure you've seen as well, where you don't have to go the normal way of a 9 to 5. And also the fact that at that moment I realized I didn't want to be stuck. I knew that I had a lot of potential in my life and I just didn't want to follow the path everyone else followed. So that was like my mindset at like age 13. And then when I was in year 7, I got into a relationship for 4 years and all my motivation kind of stopped because this person wasn't so much pushing me towards my goals and was like, oh no, we can just live a normal life, right? But then as soon as that ended, I was like, it basically slapped me back in the face and I was like, no, Annabelle, this is my purpose. My purpose is to help other women and show other young people that they have so much more in life and that you don't have to follow the normal path. So that's when I discovered trading.
Nice.
So yeah, I never really went down the hole of trying to find like other business models. I'm also found trading and my mindset of it was you should find one thing and just get really, really good at it. So that's when I decided to go all in on trading. And I've been doing that since November last year so far.
Nice. And how did you get into trading? How did you learn the trading?
How did I get into it? Well, I did lots of research and I mentioned to my dad that I was really into trading. And obviously we went over, there's a whole bunch of scammers out there who teach courses. All the people who sell them for like $5,000 and really they don't make money themselves. But then I came across this guy named Cam Mitchell and I've been with him in his membership and I've learned so much from it and I've stuck with him since day one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I don't know if you want to tell it, but how much do you make every month with trading? You don't have to answer it, but I think it's nice to have an idea.
Well, so at the moment, my main focus is skill set. So lucky enough, a few years ago, maybe like, I don't know the exact year, but probably around like the 2000s, they didn't have a thing called micro contracts. I think they only had full contracts. But now everybody getting into trading, they're very lucky because we have options. So we can obviously do sim trading, which looks the same as like real, or you can do micro contracts. Micro contracts means that you just need $500 in your account, and each trade is about like 50 cents a tick kind of thing, like that. So at the moment, so when I first started trading, I started with micros. So I did micro contracts. Actually, before micros, I started with sim. So I did sim for like 5 months because my thing is I wanted to see my strategy works.
Yeah.
Because the thing is trading, once you've got the strategy, you have all the skills, and you can go from making like $20 to making $100,000 in like 30 seconds or more. It's just about getting the skill. So since I obviously haven't done it as long as so many other people, so I've only done it for about since November, so maybe like 7 months, around that. So I started doing micros. So I'm currently doing micro contracts. So with micros, you can make most of, like, I've made up to like $300 with micros, but average, you can make like $20, $30 every trade. But my main focus is not on the money at the moment.
Nice. So what do you believe about success that most people don't?
I personally believe it's all about mindset. So I might go on a little rant for a second, but have you, like, what's your thoughts on manifestation?
Yeah, I use it myself, and I think it's a great way to get motivation and keep accountable on your goals. Yeah.
Yeah, so I personally believe manifestation is very, very important in order to get like your dream, like future reality, except most people don't do manifestation the right way. So some people go their whole life thinking they're doing manifestation properly, but they're missing one key spot that's going to keep them trapped.
Yeah.
So for example, ask you, what is your like dream car?
Yeah, I have many dream cars, but yeah, maybe a Lamborghini or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, a Lamborghini. So here's an example. So if you were, most people, if like people watching this too, if I were to ask you that question, you would imagine, say, a Lamborghini just like parked in your garage, and you would imagine yourself like seeing it every day. And some people just call that manifestation, but I'll get back to that car in a second. So basically, manifestation comes back to energy. So life, there's basically two electromagnetic fields. There's the brain and there's the heart. So the heart is 90 to 100 times bigger than the brain. So if you think about it, when you're born, so when you're growing in like your mother's tummy, surprisingly, your brain is developed second and your heart is developed first. So what do I mean like that? What do I mean? Well, the heart is full of emotion. And in order to get that manifestation to reality, you need to add emotion to it. So for example, like the car, you would imagine that being parked in your garage, and then somebody you love, someone in your family, it could be like, I don't know, your pet running out, but it has to be somebody who you relate to now. So one of your best friends. For me, say that it was my dad, he would see the car parked there and he'd be like, he would run and give me a hug. That is emotion, and obviously your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's reality and what's not reality, but it knows feelings. So in order to turn manifestation into reality, you have to basically feel an emotion, like an intense emotion.
Yeah.
Sorry, my pop's calling me. So an intense emotion. So make sure, so imagine somebody giving you a hug.
Yeah.
Imagine, say, your grandparents, they're like, oh, how did she get that car? Probably doing illegal stuff or something. It has to be a real reaction that they'll give you in real life. And that tricks your mind thinking it's already real, because you have to be rich before you are rich.
Yeah.
So another thing is, everybody who's like, oh, I'm going to get really fit, I'm going to start going to the gym tomorrow, and have that mindset. If I'm going to start tomorrow, I want to be in a healthy relationship. With you saying like, and I want to be a millionaire. If you say, oh, I want to be a millionaire, what's that telling you for in the moment right now? It's basically telling you that, okay, I'm broke right now. I'm not a millionaire because I want to be it in the future. Same as if you want to be in a healthy relationship. What's it saying about you right now? It's saying, oh, I'm in a toxic relationship with myself. And same as the gym. It means I want to be fit and go to the gym more. Saying that right now means, oh, I'm really unfit, really unhealthy. But yeah, so for basically manifestation, there's two planes, mental and physical. Mental basically means inside your head, you need to feel it, you need to see it, you need to like self-talk. And physical means actually take action to get there. Like, so if you want to be like, if you want to become really fit at the gym and get really good at calisthenics, you have to mentally say to yourself, okay, I'm going to get up every single day, no matter if I don't feel like it, and go to the gym. And you have to do it physically, and then physically get up and do it. Because you need the two. You can't have just either one. You need both of them for it to become reality, basically.
Yeah. Nice. What an answer.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what does a typical day in your life look like?
Typical day in my life. So as I said, I'm still a high school student. I just graduated. But what my days were like was pretty chaos. So I used to wake up every morning, probably around like 6, get up, go to the gym before school, then go to school for 7 hours. As soon as I finished school, go home. Then I had my beauty diploma, which was a 45-minute drive away. Drive there, finish at 10 o'clock at night, drive back home, then go on my first webinar at around like 10:30, and then do trading until 3 a.m. in the morning.
Those are long days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And I used to, like before trading, I was always a disciplined person. I used to go with my dad to the gym every single day at 3 a.m. in the morning. And then my friends would be like, Annabelle, what do you mean you're going to the gym so early? And I'm like, okay, what did you do this morning? Oh, I just woke up. They stayed up watching Netflix the whole night. But I'm like, oh, I'm already done my workout. I'm ready for the day, you know?
Yeah, true. So, what are your goals, short term, about 3 months?
Short term, as of right now, so probably around now to middle next year, I'd say, because I don't really like putting exact time frames on things, because especially for trading, like when I first started trading, I was like, okay, by the end of the year, I'm going to have thousands of dollars. And obviously that didn't happen. And my mentor kind of slapped that in my face and was like, Annabelle, if you think about money, the money's going to go away. You need to think about locking on the skills. So my goals right now is to just ace the strategy. I'm getting that. I'm getting solid results right now, but I want to stick with micro contracts. And then by middle next year, hopefully start doing full contracts, but only one full contract, and learn a little bit about funded accounts, because lots of traders, they have mixed opinions on funded accounts. But if you know your strategy really well, I would suggest it, because what you can do is for like $700, you can get like 20 different accounts, and you can trade one contract, and it basically does it on all of them at the same time. So you're trading like triple the amount at the same time that you would normally. So if you're really good at strategy, it helps. But right now, I'm really focused just on mastering it and getting a solid win rate with my micro contracts. So I'm not even thinking about the money right now.
Nice. And what about in 10 years? So long term?
So long-term goal. So my aim is I'm going to get an apartment in Miami. So I'm currently learning a little bit about, I'm learning about real estate as well. Because I kind of want to make different ways of income to help me. So with trading, by that time, I'm hoping to be doing full contracts, still with my strategy. I think more simple, the better. You don't need all those complicated indicators or anything. Hopefully being in Miami and have an apartment up there in like a penthouse, And honestly, just being able to travel, for me, like everybody says, oh, I just want to get out of a 9 to 5 and just be free. But realistically, and you would know that too, like that's just not going to happen. If you get into entrepreneurship or if you're a trader, like for a trader, I normally spend, at the moment, I spend like, the whole market is open for a long time. So I normally spend 3 hours watching charts now, but that means I have a set time schedule every single day.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm making lots of money, even if I'm making when I'm making millions, I am still going to turn up and act the same as I would the day before if I made no money the day before. But
nice.
so that's kind of, my long-term goal.
Nice. So what's one skill every young entrepreneur should learn first?
One skill, if you want to get into trading, definitely forget about making money and focus on sim. I know that you aren't going to want to do it, but sim contracts, like trading sim, will help you tremendously, okay? So I reckon start with sim.
Nice. So what's a resource, a book, or a person that changed the way you think?
A book. I actually have one here. So Outsmarting Reality by Neron is the best book I have ever read. It's all about like manifestation, and he's straightforward. He also has a YouTube channel. I've like watched hours of his videos. Love this book. Really good and like talks about manifestation. But definitely my two mentors, Lacey and Kim, they have helped me tremendously so much, and I'm so grateful.
Nice. So Annabelle, where can people find you? Or what are you working on that they should definitely know about? Yeah, you can add your Instagram handles, everything.
So as of right now, my main focus, so I'm building my personal brand as I go, but my main focus isn't on followers and likes. My main focus is building the brand as I go. So then when I start making big figures and when people eventually find me, then I have a history and evidence of everything I'm saying that's true. So my Instagram handle is Annabelle Snape 2. My TikTok is Annabelle Snape _ and my YouTube is just Annabelle Snape.
Nice. So, anything else you want to say I didn't ask about?
Honestly, everybody who's watching this, you can do whatever you put your mind to. And one thing, do not listen to what people around you have to say. Because even the people you love the most, everyone's on a different alignment and they might be on a different path. And there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 and there's nothing wrong with going the other way either. So just do what you believe and don't listen to what anybody else has to say to you.
True. Annabelle, it was very nice interviewing you. You have some really good insights and I wish all the luck to you.